Hi everyone, it is Sunday, May 1st. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's the 1st of May already. And so that means it is time to do an empties video. So these are my empties for the month of April. And as usual, I have a lot going on. But I'm kind of on a mission to reduce my stash, especially some of my least favorite large jar Yankees and some favorites. Um, oh, guess who that is? Mambo. Because as you guys know, in June, semi-annual sales start. So I need to clear up some space in case there are some candles I want to get. And you know, there's always going to be some candles I want to get. So actually what I have here on the table for the most part were pretty good candles. What I'm burning now in the month of May is I'm going through a lot of the candles that I don't really care that much about. So you guys will be seeing those candles later. You know, when I do my what I'm burning now for May and when I do my empties for May. But April, for the most part, with a few exceptions, was a pretty darn good month. As you guys know, I am a floral fresh person, first and foremost. Although I do like some bakery scents. I love some fruit scents. The fresh and floral is where it's at for me. So this is the time of year where I can really indulge my love for these scents. So starting up, I'm just going to start with some miscellaneous things here. I have two of these. These are Colonial Candle, Simply Vanilla in the 3.5 ounce. And I got a few of these just to use as fillers in some of my accessories. Oh, Mambo! That were large enough to hold a candle larger than a tea light or a votive, but too small to really put a jar in. So these worked great. I mean, it's just a basic vanilla scent. I mean, there's really nothing much else to say about it. Throw was, I wasn't really expecting to get a throw out of these, so I didn't go around and test them in various spots in my home. I've had some 3.5 ounces, like the Spanish Bluebell, where that just, filled the whole condo, kicked me out of the house type of throw. But, these were just, it was a background set. So I can't really tell you much more about the scent because I really didn't pay attention. Sorry. Okay, what else? Oh, let's go with these. These are the Woodwicks. I got two of them that I bought at my local Myers a while back ago. I think like in January, something like that. And I did a little like haul review at the time I got them, but then I put them away. And so, when I'm looking to clear some things out, I decided these had to go. I like this one better than that one. This was, I believe, in the scent Vanilla Sugar. I like the scent. It was a ribbon wick. You just kind of brush it to remove the residue when you want to relight it, but it was okay. I probably wouldn't get it again. The scent was decent. The throw was decent. It looked beautiful and it was burning. But I'm getting at the point where I just prefer having all my candles in a hurricane. And this just didn't fit anywhere. So I just had a hard time like finding a spot for it. It looked beautiful on my coffee table, which is where I end up putting it. But yeah, just not a huge fan. But it was okay. I mean, if I saw them like on clearance, maybe I would get this one again. But yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. This one, on the other hand, I would not get. This was in the scent Lemon Drop Pie. I mean, the container's just gorgeous. I should probably save this and clean it out. But the scent itself was just blah. It was just, a lemon scent. Nothing really special. I didn't really get much bakery. The crackle was really nice. It was really super loud. I mean, you could hear it throughout my entire condo. Very, very loud. Throw, I didn't really get a throw. Um, yeah, I probably should save this container, but I would not get this again. Okay, this is a Daylight by Kringle. This is in the scent archives. And oh my goodness, I love this scent. Basically, what you get from this is you get a scent of tobacco with a hint of cologne in the background. If you're not a big fan of cologne scents, don't be afraid to try this if you like tobacco scents. Because to me, the cologne is definitely in the background. I really, really like it. I think if you guys are fans of Goose Creek's Cozy Home or Yankee Candle's Autumn Lodge, you will be a fan of this scent. You should at least try it in a melt or a daylight if you don't want to spring for the full candle. Now, I did have the daylight in my bedroom, and it was a light throw there. You know, it's just a tiny little candle here, just like a giant tea light. When it finished, I had a little bit of wax left over along the edges, so I decided to scoop it out and I put it in my tea light warmer. So the amount of wax I had left was probably equivalent to one of Kringle's potpourri melt cubes. Oh my goodness. The throw on that was unbelievable. It was really strong. It was almost too strong. I could not believe it. I mean, I literally could like taste it in the air. So it was really strong. And it lasted, I mean, that little bit amount lasted for about 2 tea lights. I probably could have gotten 3 out of it. But yeah, it's a great, great scent for like late fall, winter. I burnt it now because I was just really dying to try it because Kringle had a sale on, and I said I better try it before I go ahead and order more of it, which I did. I got some melts and I got a candle coming my way. On to our, oh, well, since I was doing Kringles, I got another Kringle. Let's do that one first. This is a large jar in Rosemary Lemon. Look at that label, just gorgeous. And I love this candle. It's a nice balance between lemon and rosemary. And it's a great kitchen candle, performed great. As you can see, it burned all the way down. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scent. I really enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. And since we're talking about lemons, let's do this one. This is Root Lemon Frosted Scone. This is their Queen Bee jar. Look at that. That's just a mess. I guess this is how the root candles burn. I mean, these are made with beeswax. They're not paraffin or soy. I'm not a big fan of all that residue because it does show through, you know, a lot of my hurricanes. Slow burner, which for me is okay. I don't mind that. You know, no soot, which is a good thing. The scent itself was just okay. You know, when I first started doing my YouTube channel, I had mentioned that I was on the hunt for a good lemon bakery scent. And several people had recommended this scent to me. So I finally got around to trying it. And it's not exactly what I was looking for. So far, the scent that has come closest to what I'm looking for was when Yankee Candle released their lemon and sugar from the Girl Scout cookie line. Unfortunately, my candle had no throw. But the scent itself was what I was looking for. This one, I didn't really get much of a throw on this one either. It was okay. I mean, to me, the scent actually reminds me of Yankee Candle's, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain freeze here. What is that candle? lemon zest, that's it. If you are a fan of Yankee Candle's lemon zest, that is a retired scent. You should give this one a try, the lemon frosted scone from Root, because the scents to me are very, very similar, just a lemon vanilla type of scent. And I think the throw is pretty comparable. So, yeah, it was okay for me. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. It would not be a never, no way kind of situation. But if I couldn't find another lemon vanilla scent that I liked, I would consider purchasing it again. I do have some of the Yankees lemon in my stash. So once that depleted and it was gone and I had to start searching for another vanilla scent, I would consider this again, but I wouldn't run out and, stock up on it. Okay, so the majority of what I have left here are Yankee candles. I do have a few Goose Creek ones in the back, but let's start with the Yankees. I have 2 small tumblers. I was using these in my turquoise fractal holders from Yankee. They're designed to fit the small tumbler. And these were ones that I actually picked up at Home Goods a couple years ago. So I had one in lavender vanilla, fresh cut roses. They burnt great. Some residue here on this one, but no issues. Just a nice soft throw on the lavender vanilla. Fresh cut roses was a little bit stronger. By the way, the Yankee Candle just released their discontinued scents for 2016, the spring scents. And believe it or not, lavender vanilla is one of them. It will no longer be sold in the retail store. It will be available online. So if you're a huge fan of this one, you may want to consider stocking up during the semi-annual sale. And I really, 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 really hope that they are not discontinuing this for this. This is Lavender Sunset. And I was obsessed with getting this scent when it first came out online. It is an online exclusive. You can't find it in the store. And like I said, I'm really hoping they're not going to replace lavender vanilla with this. Beautiful label. The scent concept I really like. It's supposed to be a lavender vanilla with wood notes. Burning, I really am not picking up the wood note. To me, it smells like a sweet vanilla with lavender. Whereas the lavender vanilla, okay, now I got them side by side. I mean, the 2 scents are really similar. No question about that. But there's just, I don't know. I tried this in a votive and I liked it. It was just in the large jar. I don't think there's enough difference in the 2 scents, really. And the throw on my lavender sunset was practically non-existent. Actually, I have 2 of them here. I think I got 5 in total. And I'm just burning up the other ones that I have. I have 1, 2, 3 of them going. 1, 2. Yeah, I have 2 in my bedroom, and I have 1 in the bathroom that's finishing up, and I can't smell it. So that gives you an idea. If they're replacing lavender vanilla with lavender sunset, I will not be buying it. I would perhaps buy the votives, yes, because the votives performed really well for me. I had no tunneling issues, no burning issues. I would purchase the votives again, but I don't think I would ever get the large jar. Honey Blossom. This is a favorite of mine, and it is a retired scent. You can only get it online right now. And it's kind of like a sweet floral. And it has almost like a alcohol note, which I think is the honey, kind of like a honey mead type of scent. I really like it, and I especially like it pairing it with lemon lavender. There's my love lemon lavender, and it also goes well with lavender, which I think this one's going to be seasonally retired. So honey blossom, lemon lavender, and lavender. I had all three of these going on in my bedroom, and it just smelled lovely. 3 favorites of mine for sure. And as you can see, the honey blossom was flawless. Flawless, flawless, flawless. These other two, you know, they left some residue, but other than that, I really didn't have too many issues with them. Okay, we're kind of getting through this quicker than I thought because I did burn like multiples of the same scent. Splash of Rain. This came back this year as a treasure, so it's still available. Your store may or may not have it. And it's still, I think it's still available online. I haven't looked. It's a nice scent. The label is just adorable. I just think it's beautiful. And the color of the wax is just gorgeous. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous looking candle. I know there's been a lot of talk lately about Yankee Candle's going to be changing their labels. They're going to be like smaller. And so there's been a lot of buzz going about, you know, what's your favorite label? If you could, you know, collect a candle for the label, what would it be? And I think this would be one of them. It's just a beautiful, beautiful label. The scent itself, it's nice. It's like a fresh, ozone-y, watery type scent. It performed okay for me. A little bit of a slow burner. In the beginning, it struggled a little bit because I didn't let it pull out all the way on my first burn. I know, bad me. But I had 3 of them going because I had them in my large room, and I needed that to be able to smell it. If I had put this in the bathroom, I think I would have been happier with the scent throw. 3 of them just frankly got lost in this room. I just, you know, I don't have a huge house by any means, but just the way the airflow is, the furnace is on one side of me, and it just kicks all the scent through the condo and out the window, basically, I think. I just have such a hard time in this room. So I could smell it when I was in the, you know, near vicinity, like let's say 1 to 2 feet away. I could definitely smell it, you know, when I stuck my nose in the jar. So it wasn't scentless by any means, you know, and a scentless candle is one when I stick my nose in the jar and I still can't smell it. It did have a scent, it did have a throw. It just got lost in this room. I have, I think, 1 or 2 more of these left. I know I have at least 1. And the next time I burn it, I will definitely just put it in the bathroom so I can enjoy this scent. But, oh, I love that label. It just screams spring. Okay, this is Flowers in the Sun. This is a new spring release from Yankee Candle. And I know a lot of people like this one. I just was not a huge fan. Even though it was not listed in the scent notes, what I primarily got out of this was pineapple. And don't get me wrong, I like pineapple scents. But I was expecting a floral, not a fruit. And I think if you are the type who likes light, fruity, sweet type of scents, this is going to be very appealing to you. The label itself is absolutely gorgeous. Performance-wise, I mean, yeah, some residue there, but other than that, I didn't really have any issues. Gorgeous looking while it's burning. I had this in my bathroom, the one that's attached to my bedroom, and I actually get a really good throw in there. If the candle throws, if I stick it in that room, it will spill out into my bedroom and sometimes out into the hallway. So that's just a really good spot for me to test a candle, see how it does. It was a really light throw on top of it. I mean, I could smell it, ironically, not in the bathroom. I could smell it when I was in the doorway of to the bathroom. So if I'm in my bedroom and I'm getting ready to walk into the bathroom, I could smell it. And it just seemed to hover in that little spot. It didn't travel throughout my bedroom, and it didn't travel out into the hallway. So basically, it was just a candle that looked pretty. I would not repurchase this one. Now, another very pretty yellow candle that I would repurchase is Honeysuckle. This one also is back as a treasure. Look at that burn. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And this one is also a good thrower. Definitely, definitely floral. This is a beautiful candle. If you're into florals, sweet honeysuckle, grab it while you can get it. Okay, and I have 2 Yankee candles here in the scent Tulips, and I have 1 Village candle in the scent Just For You. And the reason I'm showing the 3 of them together is because they are almost identical. They're not exactly 100% the same, but unless you're smelling the 2 of them side by side, I think you would have a really hard time telling the difference. Tulips is probably my very favorite floral from Yankee. It's just a beautiful, warm, slightly sweet, but not too sweet floral. It's just fresh, it's green, it's warm, it's lovely. Love it, love it, love it. And this is one candle that I plan on stocking up some more during the semi-annual sale. I absolutely love it. This I had gotten a couple years ago, never got around to burning it, never realized how similar they were until I was actually burning it along with these. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. This is Village Candle Just For You. You know, it's currently available on their website, and I'm really happy to find this candle because as long as they continue carrying it, if I ever run out of my beloved Tulips, I know I have another scent I can turn to. I did a review on this recently. It was a flawless candle. Perfect burn, great throw. I had no issues with it whatsoever. Beautiful. Highly recommend Tulips and Just For You. Okay, so we're nearing the wire here. This is the end. So last but not least is Goose Creek. And these are actual candles that I picked for Candle Roulette. In my Facebook group, we have it was a monthly event. Now we're going to do it bi-monthly, where everybody in the group votes on a category, and then we have to pick a candle from that category to burn. And so this was for April, and the category was something, just pick a candle that you've been ignoring or didn't get around to burning, something like that. So I picked these 4. And I'm pretty much glad to have them done. These are 3-wick tumblers. And I got these, I think, gosh, 2 or 3 years ago. It's probably been close to 3 years now. It was the very, very first time I had ordered from Goose Creek. And they were giving these candles free when you placed an order. I think if you placed an order of $100 or more, you got a free candle. And so these were the results of 2 orders, and the scent Apple Pumpkin. And I'm kind of glad I didn't have to pay for them because these were duds. As you guys know, Goose Creek has had issues in the past with having crazy wicks. I mean, you light the wicks and you get a super high flame, you get soot shooting everywhere. And they've been working on that. But even though these candles are from that time period, they were the exact opposite. Maybe they were experimenting with the wicks as far as back as 3 years ago. I don't know. But I couldn't keep these wicks lit. I had very, very puny flames to the point where I could hardly even see it. So I finally gave up on them and threw them in my crock just to try to get some scent out of there. And the scent itself is okay. You know, it's just an apple pumpkin scent. I think I like Yankee Candle's apple pumpkin better, but I mean, it was okay scent-wise. And when I had it in the crock, I did get like a medium throw. It kind of just filled the kitchen area. Didn't really travel much farther than that. But yeah, the performance on these were just awful. I was really, really surprised. And no, I would not get them again. And this is another 3-wick tumbler from Goose Creek. This is in the scent White Coral. And this is one that I picked up at Burlington Coat Factory. It was at least a couple years ago. Maybe probably around the same time. I had picked up a couple large jars, which were horrible performers. I kept having, on both of the jars, I would have one of the wicks lean into the wax, and it just flopped over, and no matter what I did, I just couldn't keep it lit. So I think I actually just threw those candles out. I gave them up because I didn't have my crock at the time. I like the scent. It's just a really soft, sweet, white, I'm not exactly sure, musky type of scent. Very, very light thrower, even in this. Now this one, I'm not done burning yet, but I'm going to finish it up probably today, so that's why I'm including it in my empties. Now, unlike the apple pumpkins, I mean, I've had no issues with the wick. They haven't been crazy, and they haven't been puny. They've been actually fairly normal. I do trim them after every burn. As you can see, I need to trim them now. But performance-wise, this one's doing really good. I have it in my bathroom, and it's enough throw for a bathroom, but it's a very light background scent. I don't think they brought this scent back, so I don't know if you can still find it. I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but it's not bad. And last but not least, this is one I definitely would not repurchase. This is Island Sands. When I ordered this, I thought it was a pina colada scent. And it turned out they had the wrong scent description at the time. I think it had like rose, maybe musk, sand, something like that. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to smell like, but it didn't smell like a pina colada. And when you're expecting pina colada and all of a sudden you're smelling musk, I mean, the two things just don't jive. Ironically, by the time I finished the candle, I didn't hate the scent as much as I hated it, and I really, really hated it when it first started. But it kind of grew on me a little bit. I still wouldn't get it again. But I have to say, this Island Sands, first of all, has a gorgeous label. But it is probably one of the strongest throwers I've ever had, if not the strongest. Which is ironic, of course, because I didn't care for the scent as much. It completely filled my great room, even though I have, dozens of candles going on. It towered over all of them, and it stood out. I mean, I could smell this candle, no question. Performance-wise, it was really good. Toward the end, I let the wicks get a little bit too big, so you do see a little bit of soot there. But for the most part, I kept the wicks trimmed. I had no issues. I had no puny wick syndrome. Performance, it did really well, and it threw fabulous. So if this is the kind of scent that appeals to you, I guess I would recommend it. Like I said, I didn't care for it when I first got it, and I still don't know if this is what the candle is supposed to smell like. It's kind of a musky, sea salty, rosy scent. I guess I could see that. I just was expecting a pina colada. So there you guys have it. Now I thought this was the end, but I found a couple more. So let's get on to those and then we're done. I went through two Bath & Body Works candles. Amsterdam. This is in the scent Tulip and Windmills. This is a repackage of their flower shop. This is last spring's version. It is out again this spring with different packaging. And this one did really well. I had no puny wick syndrome. It was a strong thrower. I initially had two of these going at the same time, and then it became too much. It was too strong. So I blew out one, burnt one, lasted about 2 weeks, and then I just finished the other one a couple days ago. Strong thrower. At first I thought this was going to be a scent that I was going to really, really stock up on and hoard during some annual sale. But I think not. While I initially liked the scent when I first started it, by the time I finished two of these, I was over it. I was done with it. It's almost too much. So I think with what I have, last year I did, pick up a few of these. So I think I'm happy with what I have now. I don't think I need to really stock up on it. I would like to get one in the new packaging, just because I think it's really pretty. But yeah, I'm kind of over it. So I'm glad I don't have like dozens of these. Whatever I have, I'm happy with. So last but not least, this is Swan Creek. This is in the scent Lavender and Lemongrass. I did a review on this not that long ago. Love the scent. I did have some burn issues with this style of jar. So just on a quick update, I had to cut out quite a bit of wax for a couple burns. I just couldn't get it going. And I don't know if you can see in there, see how the wax is kind of clinging a little bit. But it did improve once I got past the halfway point. So after that, it performed really well. It was just in the beginning, I just could not get a wax pull going. And I was having a lot of wax residue left along the top when, it was tunneling. But this is a jar I'm going to try to clean and repurpose as a flower vase if I can clean it without losing all the purple coloring on it. So there you guys have it. That is my empties for the month of April. If you like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe below. And have a blessed day.